Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is GC. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're a subscriber already, you are welcome. So today this is a quick tutorial. I'm just going to teach you guys how I beat her face. You've seen the end product, now you're going to see the process. So this is my model and I love her. I love her skin, I love her energy. So we're just going to start. If you haven't subscribed, now is the right time to do so. Seriously, subscribe, like this video. You're going to enjoy it anyway, so just like it. Now we're starting off with cleansing her face. If you watch my previous videos, you already know what I'm using. Nothing has changed. I don't really change so much products for my skin prep. I don't know, so I'm just cleansing her face with my micellar water and a cotton pad. Yeah, next off, we're going to go in with the moisturizer. This is a Mismetics Moisture Potion Moisturizer. Pretty amazing, really amazing, and it's really affordable for what you get, so it's really amazing. I'm just going to go ahead to moisturize her face. I'm using a brush. Normally I would use my fingers, but it actually depends on my mood. So yeah, and now I'm going to use this Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser. This is not really, it's a primer, but it's not really a primer. So if you have really oily skin, this wouldn't really hold in the oil, but it would work. Okay, this just gives the face a smoother feel, for foundation application. As you can see, it kind of mattifies the face, but it's majorly just to reduce how your pores look. Okay, that's why it's called the pore eraser. If you have oily skin, nope, that wouldn't work for you. And this is a liquid illuminator, not Black Beauty. It's a Nigerian brand to you guys. I use a lot of Nigerian brands because right now dollar rate is crazy, so we want to buy Nigerian, buy good Nigerian. So I'm using this on the high point of her cheek, and I'm just going to buff it into her skin. I love this because it particularly blends perfectly. Next off, we're using the TM Essential Hydrating Glow Mist in Snow White just to moisturize her face. And now we're going to go with foundation, and this foundation is Nuban Beauty foundation in L4. Yeah, L4. So I'm just going in to just place it with my brush first, and I'm going to use a beauty blender, and I'm just going to buff it in. So that's what I'm just doing. I'm just going to buff it in, place it, buff it, and make sure it blends properly. So before I forget, I just want to remind you guys, to not forget to subscribe, like, share this video. I'm laying down, you guys. Encourage me. This is like my 6th video on YouTube, so please subscribe, please like. Thank you. So guys, that's it for foundation. Now we're going to go in with contouring. So for contouring, I'm using the Nuban Beauty foundation shade in W6. That's what I'm using to contour her face because she's really light skin, so you don't want to go with something too dark. Okay, just to give a little low light. Now I'm not really going to overly contour her face, so I'm just going to place it in the areas with a small brush. You can use a big brush, you can use a beauty blender, whatever you feel comfortable using, and I'm just going to blend this out. After that, I'm going to use a brush to blend it into her skin again. So guys, I'm using this Kabuki brush. You guys, this is like one of my oldest brushes, and it's still good. I don't even think they produce this kind of brushes anymore. Anyway, this is a Kabuki brush. This is the only brush remaining from this set, and I'm just using it to buff in the contour shade. If you notice how the contour shade is, it's not too dark, it's just giving like a low light, and that is what I actually want it to be. I don't want to make her look like too chiseled out. Okay, that's not my style of makeup. Next up, we're going to go in with concealer. applying this on the points where I highlighted, and I'm going to do that for everywhere in her face. So we are going for a dewy look, so I don't really want to overset the face, but I'm going to still set it, so you guys are going to watch how I do that. So now we're done with setting her face, and you can see how the skin is still looking dewy. I'm going to go ahead to do her brows. So for her brows, I'm using the TM Essential Tint and Tame. That is what I am using on her brows. This is an amazing product, honestly. Like, if you're going for like a natural brow, this is the product for you, seriously. So I'm just going to use this to put her brows in place. So what this basically does is put your brows in place. That's tame and tint it, like make it lighter. If it's too dark, you can actually do that. So after that, I'm going to go in to draw her brows, okay, to outline her brows, the same thing. So I'm using the Younger Beauty brow lotion. So this brow pencil has been the brow pencil I haven't restocked in a while, because I hardly ever use it because it's just too light, but then it actually works for my light skin clients, so I really cannot complain. But I rarely ever use this. So what I'm just going to do now, or what I'm doing now, is just outlining her brow. She has amazingly full, nice, juicy brows, so we don't want to make it too thick. All we want to do is just give it shape, okay? So I'm just going to do that and give her like natural brow. So I'm drawing, if you notice what I'm doing, I'm drawing it and I'm still brushing it upward. It's kind of something you have to do. I'll probably do a detailed brow tutorial, but yeah, that is literally what I'm doing, and I'm done with the brows, and we're going to go ahead to conceal. So if you notice, the concealer I'm using is not too bright, because that's the kind of look I was going for. I didn't want anything to really stand out. I wanted everything to be natural, dewy, and natural, really. So I didn't really go in with a concealer that was too light. So I just went in with a concealer that is slightly lighter than her foundation shade. I think I actually went in with her foundation shade, you guys. I actually had to start writing down the product, because when it's time to edit the videos, I actually forget. So I'm going to use, right now I'm using this flat brush, which is amazing when you're doing your brows. It's just amazing. It doesn't allow you to put so much product in, and at the same time it helps you to properly define your brows. So if you haven't invested in the flat brush, you actually should. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing. This is the finished look of one brow. I'm going to go ahead to do the second one, and we'll be back. Yeah, so I'm done with the eyes. This is the finished look of the eyes, you guys. Now I'm going in with the lips. Like I said, this is a quick tutorial, you guys. I've jumped into the lips. So I did the eyes, I did little wing liner, lashes, everything about the eyes is done. So now I'm going in with the MAC Ruby Woo pencil. I love this pencil so much. I actually hardly use it because I like to use my brown lip stain as a liner, but for this look I actually wanted something I wanted it to just be red to complement her skin. So I'm going to go ahead to outline her lips, as you can see. And yes, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is the time to do so. Like, subscribe right now. Just hit the button, you guys. Literally just hit the button. Thank you. So guys, I am done lining the lips. Now I'm going in with this red lip stain. Okay, this is in my kit. I honestly do not know the name of the product, you guys. I really don't. So I'm just going to go ahead to apply this, and the point of lining your lips is not to go above it, okay, when you're applying your lip stain. So just stay within, like, it's kind of like a guardrail, okay? Just stay within the guardrail, Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead to apply this lip stain everywhere, and I'll be back.
Add it up.
So I didn't really like how red it wasn't really popping like that. So I'm going in with the Nuban Beauty lip stain in flame. This one, it's matte, but at the same time it's not like drying kind of matte. So, and it's the red is like tomato red, so it's actually popping. Okay, you guys, it's actually popping. So yeah, I'm just going ahead to just make sure it is perfect. Normally I would actually overline her lips, but for this one I don't think I did. I didn't feel like, honestly. Then now I went ahead to apply gloss. So I'm applying gloss now, and this is a black up gloss. It's a red gloss. I've had this in my kit for about a year and I've never used it, so this was like the perfect time to use it. It actually came in handy, so you can see how luscious luscious the lips are looking now. So I'm just going to go ahead to just properly line her lips with the just to be safe, properly line her lips with the MAC pencil. Now I'm just buffing everything out, just buffing out the excess powder, you guys. She has to make this face for my brush to get between her nose and everywhere. She actually has to make this face. So now I'm going in with this Nuban Beauty mineral finishing powder, I think in 01. Yeah, so I'm just going to buff out every other place. So for the fact that we're doing dewy skin doesn't mean you should not set the face, okay? It's all about technique. So I'm going out to just set her face, and yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Let me love, let me let go, and let me love, let me let go, and let me.
So you don't actually want to forget the neck. The neck is literally part of makeup, so you do not want to forget her neck, okay?
Let go and let me love, let me let go and let me.
So now I'm just using my contour shade to just set in that contour. It's optional, but I just like to do that because I like to set every cream product I put on the face. You just have to do that, okay? But it's not necessary, but for me that's what I just like to do. So I'm going to have to set everywhere, and now the next step I'm going to do would be to contour her nose. I am using this powder. I've had this powder, you guys, like for the longest time. If you can see it, it actually broke, and I actually used like the Inglot Duraline to get it back because I don't even think they sell that anymore. Next, we're going in with the TM Essential Cheek Glaze, and I'm using my beauty blender. So for this one, I would actually say the tip I would give you would be to use a clean beauty blender, because if you use a dirty beauty blender, whatever product or whatever color is attached, it's going to blend with the blush while you apply it. So you want
right.